A few weeks ago, I celebrated with my team as Episod X turned 5 years old. This milestone made me pause and reflect on the incredible journey, the challenges, the growth, and the vision that bettered everything that we do. In this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes and share with you the real reason why I started Episod X. This is the story of the mind behind the brand, the passion, and the purpose that drives everything we do every day. So let's dive in. I grew up in an environment that encouraged curiosity and play. I was always imagining things and questioning everything. No matter how wild or far-fetched the thought was, nothing really felt, impossible or out of reach for me. And my father was definitely an enabler of this behavior because I would go to him with whatever thoughts I had or imagination or intention to do anything. And he took it so seriously. He would always tell me, go and write it down and pray about it. And this gave me so much confidence and made me believe that I could make anything happen. I could make any dream I had come to life. And this confidence shaped me into who I am today. And I didn't even realize it at the time. But here's the thing. Growing up in Nigeria as a dreamer is a fight in itself. You're constantly caught in between two extremes. You either let the culture of mediocrity push you to the point where you fight for excellence, or you allow it to wear you out till you settle for less. But I chose to fight. One of the things that strengthened my fight against mediocrity was the privilege I had to attend Covenant University. The level of excellence I witnessed in that environment far exceeded whatever was common. And that significantly had an impact on me. See, it wasn't just a school, it was a training ground. And I had the privilege of the chancellor, who is the true definition of a visionary. And he taught us to think and behave the same way as well. And then there was the influence of architecture, which was my course of study itself. Architecture didn't just teach me how to design buildings, but it taught me to think critically and realistically. So I could think about ideas from start to finish. And most importantly, I could make things happen regardless of the constraints. Over time, I developed a few core philosophies that have shaped my journey so far, influencing how I approach life and business. Number one philosophy: live everywhere better than you found it. This idea is very central to how I see the world and the value of imagination. So I would find myself in any new place, and immediately my imaginative mind could go to work, start to figure out, not necessarily to point out errors, but to always think about how things can be better and how things can be experienced better, look better, feel better. This idea inspired me to gather my very first design team in my second year, and we called ourselves the Design Impact Group. It was simple. We looked around the campus, found anything that could be improved or could be better. We designed a solution and proposed it to the school. And that group became my outlet for combining two things I very much care about: design and impact. Through that platform, I started to learn about leadership and what it means to drive a vision. My second philosophy: become the best at whatever it is that you do. I've always believed that if you're going to do something, you should do it at the highest level that you're capable of. Anything less feels like a waste of potential. The real fulfillment comes from striving for excellence and pushing beyond comfort and mediocrity. That mindset has shaped my journey so much that over time I started to cut out things that didn't align with this pursuit of excellence. I walked away from drumming, from music production, animation, and even architecture. Not because I didn't enjoy doing all of these things, but because my effort and commitment wasn't matching what it would take to become world class at any of these things. When I found my passion for design, I became obsessed. I started studying agencies across the world, paying attention to their work, their processes, and their attention to detail, from strategy to creative execution. And the more I learned, the more one thing became painfully clear: that we are very far behind in Nigeria. I did my best to search for agencies in Nigeria that were aligned with that quality of work of agencies around the world that I was now immersed into and exposed to, but I couldn't find any. So I decided to build one myself. I wasn't interested in doing just good work. I was interested in doing exceptional work that would match this quality of work that I've now been exposed to. I didn't want to have just an agency. I wanted to redefine what creative work would look like in Nigeria, set a new standard, and compete globally. This thinking is what bear the vision of Episod X, which is to become a relevant voice for the growth of design globally. Third philosophy: everything is by design. At first, I saw design just the way most people do. Something you see and can touch, and just how things look generally. But over time, I realized that design isn't just about aesthetics. It's about function, intention, and impact. It shapes how people feel, behave, think, engage, and aspire. Design is everything. It's the way a brand connects with its audience, the way a space influences movement, or how a system empowers or frustrates people. Once I understood the true power of design, it changed everything. I stopped seeing design just as a creative skill. Instead, I started to see design as a tool for shaping human experience. That understanding led to the rebirth of Design Impact Group, and Episod X was born. Starting Episod X was an adventure, but man, wasn't an easy one. First, there was a massive skill gap. My exposure and taste far exceeded capacity I had at the time. So I had to learn project after project, stretching myself every step of the way. The portion I didn't consider too deeply was having to lead other people. But I've had the good fortune of having people who believed in my vision and were willing to stay and grow with me and learn through the process, even when we didn't have all the answers. One interesting thing about these people that I found to work with was that even though we didn't have the corresponding ability or skill at the time, our confidence lied in the fact that we were going to do everything it takes to make sure that we come up with something superior to what we were capable of. And it worked. It turned out fine. People who believed in us never had a reason to second guess their decision in trusting us to work with them. And for money, we didn't focus much on that at the beginning. We were much more carried away with trying to close the skill gap and develop our ability to get the job done. We lacked to a degree the ability to keep the business running. So the lack of this skill or lack of investment in this skill definitely came to us at a cost until we were forced to learn. This journey has taught me so much about patience, sacrifice, persistence, and discipline. We've had wins and we've had failures, but through it all, one thing remains the same. Our vision is unyielding, and we continue to believe in our ability to significantly change the world and make it a better place by the power of design. Now, here we are, 5 years later, reflecting on how every single step has brought us to this moment. Today, Episod X is moving with the confidence of a team that knows it can take on the world. We've gone from dreamers to change makers, and I'm convinced that our vision, more than ever before, stands a better chance to being fulfilled. This year, 2025, is gonna be big. We have exciting client projects and new initiatives that would help to further drive our mission, and I'll be sharing more about them in due time. This next chapter, we're looking for the right people to join us and help us build. If this speaks to you, please let's make it happen. Through all this, my conviction remains the same. The world can be a better place, but only if we decide to make it better. And that starts with having the courage to dream and the discipline to act. This year, I'm going to be sharing more about this journey, and I want you to come along with me on the ride. And if you believe in what we're doing, share about us, support us, and come join us. And let's make the human experience a better experience. This is Episod X, and we are just getting started.